Hi, this is David Castillo. This is the second part of this cover-up video. I've had this for quite a while, I've just never put it up. You could see over on the heeled side that there's a little dark blue over that part. I threw in a little bit of blue over the highlight over there. You could see, just as with the first video, I inked over everything with a little bit of marker before I started tattooing it. And then I go in and I'm just throwing in all of the deeper colors, all of the black for the cover up. Just shaping it and making sure everything is there. I believe I'm using a 9 round here. Probably running the stigma at about 8 volts. And just trying to go through here pretty quickly, just get the ink in the skin, not cause too much trauma to the skin, not tear it up too much, just go in there, get the base coat down, the shape of it also, that way I can go in and add the colors to clean up the cover up. This side was much easier than obviously the other side, because there was just outline here. The other side had all of the colors, and I don't know exactly what it was, some eyeball thing with a bunch of things coming off or something. And this tattoo actually still is not completed, so I can't put up a completed video as of yet. But when the customer gets a chance to come in and finish up his piece, then we'll go ahead and get that last video up for you. Also, you can see coming in right now some links. One is to, on the very far left, to my Facebook. The one just to the right of that still coming in is to Etsy account that I have on Facebook. If you could go to that link as well and like that page, you'd be greatly appreciated. And then also my website right there, skinandinktattoo.com/davidcastillo.html. You could go there. I'm going to be selling some real-time video instructionals very soon. You'll be able to purchase this in real time. It'd be extremely helpful for cover-ups. Also, you'd be able to purchase a video, the Jesus tattoo, if you've seen that one, the color portrait, for a real-time video, and also be able to purchase the locomotive and also some others as they become available. I have a black and gray portrait that I did. I'm just waiting to get a healed picture of it, and if that becomes available, then I'll be able to give instruction on that as well. So here I'm just still laying in the black work real quick. It's just about done. Also, some of this video you're gonna notice might be misfocused. Unfortunately, I had an apprentice at the time that didn't care too much for what exactly was going on. There's a good number of videos that I had that just weren't really useful. So there, I gave it a wipe. Yeah, so this one wasn't as bad as some of the other ones. Some of them were just way out of focus, or you focus on the back of my hand the whole time, you can't see what's going on at all, or this and that. So this one wasn't too bad, and I already have the first video up, so I thought I'd go ahead and share this. Now, I've had this video for probably about a year, and I haven't thrown it up yet, so my customer said that he wants to finish it up pretty soon, so hopefully it won't be too long before the next video comes out. You're gonna get to finish up all of the bio just to kind of match the cover-ups, and then probably throw some colors in the background. Obviously, you could see from the lighting, probably gonna be blues in the background. So now I'm throwing in some deep brown just to kind of mask some of the gray black lines that are there, and also just to kind of match the cover up that's on the other side a little bit. I'm going in with a deep purple from Intense. It's basically as close to black you can get and still have that purple tint to it. I really like this color, so and it worked really well for the Coverup as well as on the other side. The lighting in this video is kind of messed up, but the picture of the healed work at the end of the other side, you'll get a much better view of it. It'll still look a little off because one is fresh and one is completely healed, so they look a tiny bit off because of the amount of time between the two sessions. I believe probably about 8 months to a year, something like that, probably. But still relatively close. That's one thing that you'll be able to get in the real-time videos, is just what really makes the work hold true over time. How to saturate that skin and make sure it's still going to be there. You know, when I first started tattooing, I pretty much had to learn from myself, so I had a lot of difficulty, you know, looking back at work, you know, a year later, and, you know, just wondering, well, why isn't it like I did it? And, you know, it was a really big learning experience. So, basic philosophy of tattooing, techniques, just the whole understanding of it, the whole idea behind tattooing properly, putting the skin in properly, and just especially on a cover-up like this, actually, because it's so easy for the ink to fall out and then the tattoo to come straight back through again. So you can see me putting in some tans here, some basic stuff, the same stuff you saw in the first video, but what matters here is trying to make it match and make it look like one tattoo, even though both cover-ups were a little bit different, considering one was just the outline and then one had all that coloring in there. Now, we don't want anything symmetrical, obviously, because that'd be lame, but you know, just get the colors identical, and just make sure that the lighting's identical, and then just, you know, get to it. What you don't want to do is change up your mind about halfway through, at any point in the tattoo, actually. You know, you just make a decision and stick to it. You know, you don't want to decide, oh, well, this would have been a little bit better, and then change it on this side of the tattoo, and it's different on the other side. So just make a decision, stick to it, finish the piece, and be happy with the work. You know, it always helps to get concepts on paper. Before I ever even started this tattoo, I started with the line work, actually, but I just drew it all on paper. I had a colored pencil concept to show him. I showed him how the lines would go over his tattoo, and it was just a pretty quick concept of how the bio would look. The thicker black lines just went over with marker real quick, and just showed him one little piece of colored pencil over, I believe it was a black and gray printout of his tattoo, of just kind of how it would look. And then that way he knew, and that way, you know, I already had the concept down. Then I just stuck to that the entire way. You know, depending on your skill level, you know, it's definitely possible to just jump straight into something without getting ready at all, but I just thought it was more appropriate for something like this. I generally like to get a concept down. It just helps in the end process, and also helps your customer feel a little bit more comfortable. If you already have that clientele built up to where they feel comfortable and you don't have to worry about it, and your skill level is there, then it would definitely be awesome to just jump right into it. But that's not possible for everybody, and so myself personally, I would always recommend get it on paper first, get your concept down, and just make sure that you know what you're going to be doing. So you can see here, I'm just trying to throw in a little bit of tan. I believe this is like a sunburnt orange or something from Intense. It's called something like that. Now, one of the biggest things with this is that a lot of people might try to tackle this with like a mag, and I'm not really that big of a fan of little mags. 7 mags generally they're kind of sloppy for my taste, and I don't have much control with them. I'm always trying to turn them or twist them, or it's trying to use too big of a tool for too small of a space when you're doing as much detail as this. What I prefer is a round needle, or sometimes I just use a liner depending on, you know, what I'm going for and depending on what my machine is ran at. You know, and when you go in here with something like that, you can actually move pretty quickly. You shape it and then you just fill in. Same movement as you might use filling in anything else. And you can see me going through here pretty quickly. Not really taking too much time. Just trying to get the ink in there, match the other side. I think every time he came in, I think I had a fever as well, so probably didn't get as much done as we could have gotten done, but I'm happy with what we did get done. So you can see a pretty big jump there, and then here you go, just throwing in some more texture here. Now the blood kind of helps you out to see some of the shape. I know it's kind of hard in this angle, but you see I just keep coming in and always try to shape the tattoo just dark to light. That's my phone, sorry. Now, when I'm coming through here, you're going to see me add some white highlights. And I just thought that it was really important to give this one a little bit of texture. You know, there's no reason that the sides have to match exactly. So I added a little bit more texture, I think, on this piece you'll see in the end than maybe some of the other ones. And then you could see there in the deepest part that I didn't throw blue in the highlight, I threw a little bit of tan, and then I'm going to just fade into the blue. I'm just coming in here with the lighter colors. And here's the white. Now, in my real-time videos, I'll tell you much more about the angle of the needles that I'm using, and just how to use these needles, how to saturate this skin, and just how to do a piece this size in the course of a few hours with a little round needle. Thank you very much for watching, and here comes a healed picture right here. The left side of the screen is fresh, and that right side that you see is healed. You can see the saturation there is immaculate. You can't see that old tattoo at all. Thank you.